All right, so I'm gonna do a quick little Wedowee fishing report. So I'm out here, it's Saturday after Thanksgiving, either November the 29th or the 30th. I had a 4-hour bass guide trip this morning. I've been down here all week doing some fishing in between all the Thanksgiving stuff. So right now, like I said, we got it's nice right now, probably about 60 degrees. It's definitely warmed up a lot. This morning it was pretty cold. The water temp is between like 58 in the mornings to about 62 in the warmest part of the day. So about high 50s to low 60s is the water temp. Down here around the 48 area, very clear. I mean, you can see the lake behind me. We got good visibility. Up in the rivers, it's a little dirtier, but that's pretty normal for this time of the year. So like I said, end of November, I've been down here fishing this week. Water temps in the high 50s to the low 60s, and here's a couple baits that I've been using. So for my bass fishermen, a little underspin. It's hard to go wrong this time of the year, a little underspin. So I got a little bitty swim bait on there and a little, either a 3/8 ounce or a 1/4 ounce underspin. I throw mine on a bait caster so I can lob it out there and wind it real slow. What I'm doing is I'm finding the bait fish, lining my bait up, throw it out there and just wind it through all that bait because there's all kind of bass down there eating on them. So first things first, been throwing that little underspin. Up next is a little jigging spoon. I didn't catch as many on my guide trip today with it, but earlier in the week, caught some bass and crappie on the little jigging spoon. It's hard to beat a spoon this time of the year, just a little white or a silver one. I like to throw a 1/2 ounce. That's just my preference. You could throw a smaller one or a bigger one. I'm used to that 1/2 ounce. That's what I grew up fishing with. So little 1/2 ounce white or silver jigging spoon. And then this right here has been the major player for both species. I've caught a bunch of bass and a bunch of crappie on a jig head minnow. If you look back at my videos this week, you'll see this bait in every single one of them. So this right here is a little minnow style bait. And then that's just like I've got a 3/16, 3/8, 1/4, 1/8 ounce, just varying my jig head based on how deep I'm fishing. So if I'm 40 foot deep, I'm throwing that 1/4 ounce or the 3/8 ounce. If I'm shallower, I'll throw the 3/16 or the 1/8, but just a little shad color bait. Like I said, this is that jig head minnow, using live scope on there, throwing that bad boy out. I throw mine on a spinning rod. That's very, very important. A spinning rod with little bitty 6 or 8 pound line. We caught a bunch of bass today on my guide trip. I've caught a lot of nice crappie this week on the little jig head minnow. So that is definitely, if you're coming out here to Wedowee, you definitely need that little jig head minnow. And then lastly, this is another wintertime staple, a little drop shot rig. Little pink worm, 12-inch leader, little 1/4 ounce weight. Once again on 6 and 8 pound line. That little drop shot with the pink worm caught a lot of fish today. Today on the guide trip, our two best baits were the drop shot and the jig head minnow. We tried the spoon a little bit and just didn't have any luck. And then I didn't throw the underspin today because we were fishing vertically up under the boat. Like I said, I had a good bass trip today, caught about 20 to 25, had a few more come off. Didn't catch any giant ones. I had about a 3-pounder jump off at the boat on my drop shot. Had a couple more in that 2-pound range, but like I said, just catching some decent little fish. The weather was pretty cold this morning, but it's nice right now. So if you're, coming out here to Lake Wedowee, definitely keep some of these tricks in mind. If you're looking for a guide trip, just let me know. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post all kind of stuff, but mainly at Lake Wedowee, doing some bass and crappie fishing. So this is my report for the week. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll see y'all next time.